safe, or I did this, but boy, was that a mistake. And part of, I think, my challenge when I work with a client and a new client is trying to create the colors around them that really resonate from them. And that kind of comes from something I grew up with. For me, color was my candy as a child, and candy was my color. And that's part of why you see all those M&Ms out there. My source of artistic inspiration, or my first realization that color was so important to whatever I did, was that when I was a child, I'd be so excited to get these big bags of candy, but I didn't open them to eat them. I would open the whole bag and pour them out on the table and start to play with them. And to me, they weren't to be eaten until they were arranged in a way that I found was pleasing. Now, for all the scientific people we have here, there's probably a disorder. But to me, that was my joy, that was my game, that was my pleasure, that was my imagination and fantasy. And it could be M&Ms or jelly beans or lifesavers. I really was excited when they came up with the tropical fruit colors, so I had some additional colors to work with. But as a child, candy for me was about color. And I thought that was, really something that was special, because I asked my other friends about it, and they all looked at me like, okay, you mean you played for it and didn't eat it? I said, yeah. And they said, well, we'll eat it. So that was sort of my first intuitive grasp that I was going to have to do something when I grew up that involved color.